Two NBA teams have won their first round series and are ready to battle it out in the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Brooklyn Nets quite easily dismantled the Boston Celtics in 5 games. My prediction was that they would do it in 4 games, but Jason Tatum dropped 50 points in Game 3 to steal 1 game from the Nets. Otherwise, Brooklyn won their 4 games with an average margin of 15 points, so not really close. But I guess that's what most people expected considering that Boston was without Jaylen Brown and with all their struggles. Brooklyn completely dominated the Celtics defense, scoring more than 100 points in every game. In total, their offense averaged 124.6 points per game, which is currently ranked as the best offense in the playoffs. And there's no surprise in that, as the Nets feature 3 of the very best offensive weapons in the league. In series against Boston, Durant, Harden, and Kyrie all averaged around 25 points or more per game. That's like 80 points per game just from 3 players. It's tough to beat that. As a team, Brooklyn shot about 50% from the field and well above 40% from the distance. Defensively, they held the Celtics to 111 points per game, which is not ideal, but defense was never supposed to be their strongest point. And in the second round of the playoffs, they will play the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that just swept the Miami Heat. I did think the Bucks would win in 6 games, but it was never that close. Well, the first game was close, but after that, Miami had absolutely no chance. The last 3 games, Milwaukee won by an average margin of 23 points. It's quite an accomplishment considering how it all ended for Milwaukee last year. This time around, everyone was effective. The defense was stingy, and offensively, everyone chipped in. Giannis averaged 23.5 points and 15 rebounds, Chris Middleton was awesome, Brook Lopez was very good, and let's not forget the impact Jrue Holiday has had on his team. As a team, the Bucks averaged 118.5 points per game in the first round, which currently ranks as the 4th best offense out of 16 playoff teams. They hit almost 47% of their field goals, but their 3-point percentage needs some work, as they hit just 32.7% from the deep. Giannis himself made just 1 out of 16 threes attempted. Defensively, it doesn't get much better. The Bucks allowed Miami to just 98 points per game, on 39.5% field goals and 33.6% from the deep. So in the regular season, both teams met 3 times and Milwaukee won both home games, but all 3 games were very close. Exactly a month ago, the Bucks won thanks to Giannis' 49 points. A similar effort will be needed here, and the Bucks have yet to see the Nets' big 3 fully healthy. One of the keys in the series is how well can Bucks defend the Nets' big 3. During the regular season, Jrue Holiday did a great job defending James Harden, and Giannis did a great job defending Durant. But who will guard Kyrie? Kyrie has had a fair share of ineffective performances, but I wouldn't count on much of those for a 7-game series. So the Bucks will need to figure out how to guard this historical offensive trio. On the Nets side, how will they contain Giannis? As I mentioned, Giannis shot just 1 of 16 from the 3-point line in the first round series against Miami. Well, everyone knows what to do. In a perfect world, the Nets would need to pack the rim with defenders and let Giannis try to beat them from mid-range and 3-point line. And as great as Giannis is, he can't constantly punish the opposing team with his jump shot. It's just not good. But who will pack that paint? Blake Griffin is not a very good defender. A simple answer would be DeAndre Jordan, but he didn't log a single minute during the first round series against the Celtics. Size-wise, Durant probably should be put on Giannis for some spurts during the game. But if left as primary defender for most of the game, the Nets offense will suffer. I can't repeat enough how big the Jrue Holiday addition was for this team. The Bucks, in a way, have their own big 3 now, and it's everything: the leadership, the passing, another scorer. It just adds so much to the team and takes off some pressure from Giannis. Chris Middleton, another key player for this series. He's the closer on this Bucks team. He hit a game winner against Miami in the first round, and his performance will be very important in Bucks' success. I'm imagining that Giannis will have to average around 30 points per game for the Bucks to win this series. If Middleton averages 25 and Jrue Holiday chips in with his 20, now we're talking a 7-game series. What I'm worried about on the Nets side is their defense and rebounding. Milwaukee just averaged 59 rebounds per game against the Heat. That's 13 more rebounds per game than the next best team. Brooklyn, on the other hand, barely out-rebounded the Celtics, which is quite a small team. I think for rebounding alone, you would have to play DeAndre Jordan in the series. Brooklyn will also have to continue to hit their 3-pointers. I think that's the recipe for a win in the series. Even with DeAndre and everyone chipping in, I don't see them out-rebounding the Bucks. they will have to rely on their superstars and their shooting. So who will be that fourth scorer for the Nets? Joe Harris was that guy in the first round series, and most likely he will have to be the one to average double-digit points. His three-point shooting is very important. Blake Griffin? Nah, not counting on him. On this team, I don't think he has a 20-point game in him. He won't play that much. He's a suspect starter in this league. The Nets just aren't that deep, which could come back to bite them at the end of the day. The Bucks have bodies to put on the Nets. I love the late season PJ Tucker addition. That will help in the series. Overall, I think that Milwaukee is the better team, but Brooklyn obviously has the overwhelming superstar power. Another thing is that Milwaukee can play lockdown defense. Brooklyn can't. That could be a huge difference in the series. You know what? Offense is cool and all, but defense wins championships, so I'm gonna take Milwaukee. First of all, I like how Milwaukee responded to the challenge of the Miami Heat in the first round. They must have had some demons left from last year's loss, and they responded beautifully. They have a full quality team, offensively and defensively, and an experienced coach. Secondly, it's just so rare that a team that's been put together with superstars wins it right away. Boston, Miami, Cleveland, the Lakers, it just doesn't happen that way. So my prediction, the Bucks win the series in 6 or 7 games, although I'm leaning towards 6. I just think that Milwaukee steals the home court in the first 2 home games and then finishes it off at home in Milwaukee. Sorry Brooklyn, not this year. So that's my prediction, guys. What do you think will happen in this series? Who wins and in how many games? Who will be the best player in the series and who will disappoint? Please leave your answers and predictions down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with others, and once again, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. This is Purple Prince, and I'm out.